Hi everybody, let's talk about live trading. Welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about RTX. This is Raytheon. This is a defense stock. This is real money. I'm going to be showing my trades. I will verify it at K-Info. You're going to see anything, and there's no course here. There's no affiliate links. There's no BS. This is just what it is. So who am I? My name is Sean. It's very nice to meet you. Thank you for checking out this video. I actually have a full-time game industry job, which is awesome, that I love. I have a wife, I have a 7-year-old kid, I've got a house. Trading is my side quest. So that's why I called this channel Side Quest Trading. Maybe you're like me, maybe you're a dad, maybe you're a mom, and you're interested in the stock market and making trades. So everything will be documented here. I'll talk about my setups, I'll talk about what I'm looking for, the wins, the losses, it'll all be here. I am not a trading professional. I am not giving you financial advice. Just want to keep that up in there. So let's talk about Raytheon. Let's talk about RTX. Defense spending globally is up. It's not down. And RTX, when I checked it out, the company's doing great. Like, this is a company with great profits. It's going up. And RTX specifically, it had some bad news. It had some tariff issues. It had stuff going on with the Middle East. The bad news is baked into the price. We saw this thing crater. So we saw an opportunity. I saw an opportunity, and I will lay out the trade. So we're going to check out the charts, and I'll show you what I did. I'll show you my entry. I don't have an exit because what I do is swing trading. This is where I see an opportunity, I buy, and I stay in for days, maybe as many as 2 or 3 weeks. This is not exciting trading. This is not day trading of like, you're going to make 5-10% on every trade. You're going to be trading the open. No, that's not me. Find those other channels. I looked. I couldn't really be successful at that stuff because I prioritize my job. I prioritize my family. I prioritize my house. Swing trading is awesome. Basically get into a trade, maybe it turns around and you're aiming for that 5-10%, within 2-3 weeks. That's awesome. By the way, like, in terms of like, how do I rate trades? If you break even, thumbs up, good job, you didn't lose money. 5-10% over the course of 2-3 weeks is 2 thumbs up. Like, that's really awesome. This is not a get rich quick scheme. My methodology, and I've been trading for about 5-10 years now. Well, let me be honest, it's about 10 years. I'm a successful trader. I'm not independently wealthy. I make good side money, and I'm trying to build up a retirement portfolio. And this channel is really about holding myself accountable and showing my trades. And I thought it would just be fun. So let's take out the chart. Let's check it out. Thank you again for coming to my channel, and we'll see what happens. All right, everybody, I'm here in TradingView, and this is RTX, daily time frame, 1-year price action. First thing I want you to see is that massive run up to like, what, 216? What was this, 215 earlier this year? That is really where the things top out, and then boom, comes right back down. All right, so massive sell-off, people taking their profits. It happens. This is the market saying this was the good times. We're selling it, and we're going to put our money in something else that's going to grow. And then it's a sell-off. And this represents the point where we start to take a look at things and really trying to understand, like, oh, is this the market saying, hey, come back? Like, this thing's on discount temporarily, and then zoom, it's going to take off. Or are we going to see a bump and then another sell-off? And then that's where we want to get in. And so sometimes this is the opportunity where you want to really take a look at things. But I waited basically based on the fact that defense stocks can be volatile in this unfortunate wartime market. Fast, sharp, sentiment-driven, not fundamentals-driven sell-off. That is very important. This is sentiment-driven, not fundamentals-driven. Raytheon's doing great, like I mentioned. You can check it out on your own. They're showing profits. And so that's important. We're going to come back to that. So look at this entry 1 box right here. So what I did is I found an area of support, and that's really what I do. There's other more technical areas where I find support maybe a little bit more objectively than just like kind of peeking at a chart like this. You see this yellow zone between 168, 172, also like for you beginners, of which I belong, that think of your support as a zone, not as an absolute price. That was an important concept I had to learn the hard way. This isn't a line I drew randomly. Price has respected this level multiple times going back to September, as you can see. Right now we're sitting at it, actually. So over the weekend, the price dipped down to, what was it, 171 something? Yeah, 171.30. So I was like, that's looking tasty. I'm literally in the entry zone as I record this. So entry box 2. Why is it way down here? This is my second zone. So if things don't work out within this 171 and holding, like if it's like outside of this box, I usually give it a little leeway, crap out here, fine, I get out, that's fine. And I wait for it basically to hit that next support zone. That's about 150 to 155. This gives me a gift if RTX is here. There is sometimes where I'll just stay in and I'll DCA it and basically come in. That means basically like I'll buy in another like half entry for whatever it is. Like if it's 500 or 5,000, doesn't matter. So entry one, great. If it takes off, awesome. If it dips down, sometimes I'll get out, but most of the time I'll stay in because I have a lot of conviction in this support entry two. And this is the gift. This is where I'm like, this is really tasty. Because things are going to come back. So there's even more history here of this being a great level of support. And there's many times going back that the price has bounced off of this and just gone right back up. So target right here is 186 to 190. That's prior consolidation. There are going to be sellers here. Again, I can show you this on a different chart. So I'll probably take partial profits here. Target 2 is 202, 204. I really like this. Look at this. Look at if I extend the box out just recently within, the last 4 months, this has been the area that everyone's getting out. So I might get out a little before this because I know those cheeky institution people try to shake out us retailers. Yes, I have a tinfoil hat on, but that's okay. That's going back towards the highs. I get there. If the thesis fully plays out, like great. Stop losses here, looking, you can see like right here, I actually have it. If it's crossing down 166.50, I'm like, okay, am I gonna like just stay in it and then reload right here to double down, and then going up 184.50 is when I'm taking an eye at looking like, profit, level number one. And that's basically, I will take partial profits, either 33 or 50%. I will also potentially raise my stop loss to break even and then, let the rest ride out. So this is part two. And this is the quad layout. So this is a little bit more technical. And I know sometimes you see some of these quote unquote gurus on YouTube and they've got like 5,000 indicators on there. I've got 2. I draw some lines. It's not complicated. I'm an amateur. If you really want complicated stuff, like go find their channels. I'm sorry, I'm not going to help you today. If you want to keep it simple and kind of see some cool stuff, like great, you're in the right place. Let's take a look at this. This is my multi-time view, basically the same stock at 4 different lenses. One's a daily, one's an hour, one's a 15-minute, and one's today's 15-minute. The indicator on the right side is like blue and pink. This is called VRVP, Volume Visible Range Profile. It will change depending on what is visible on the screen, but what it does show you is basically where the most trading has happened at each price level. This is a way I objectively find where are the big areas of support and resistance. So the longer the bar, the more volume traded there. I know, very intuitive. And that's where the market spent time and made decisions. This matters because volume areas act like magnets. Price tends to gravitate back to them. So either way, depending on which perspective you're looking, up or down, like that will be your support or resistance. So let's look at the top left. This is the daily with a 200 EMA in the blue line. This is the most watched moving average on Wall Street. So right now, EMA is at 178.30. Great, that was easy. And notice where the price is, 173, below that 200 EMA. That's important context because we're in bearish territory on the daily. Until we reclaim that line, then good things will be happening. See this low volume area between 178 and 173, this area, that's kind of the no man's land. So volume nodes are really interesting. Price will move fast there. So there's no resistance. So if this doesn't work out, my first thesis of this being like a resistance choppy zone, like, and it takes off from here, like it's going to bottom out. Thus, you remember now, if you go back, this is why I was saying like 150, 155 was the next area where I'm looking to get back in. Sitting at the bottom of one of these areas right now, see this big chunk, great. And then the next big chunk is there. Oh my gosh. And then look, if you look up here, there's another big chunk. This is how you find those areas of where things are going to be happening. Those big fat bars, 190, 196, surprise, that's where my first, entry was roughly, is a little bit below that because I want to take profits and break even. That's a high volume node. That's where resistance lives on the way up, which is why my target one sits right below it, top right. The 1 hour over here, this has a 50 EMA, and that 50 EMA is at 175.54. Cool, price is below it. Short-term momentum is still down. Okay, that's what got my attention. Things are at a discount. I like buying things at a discount. I like selling things when they're inflated. So what I'm watching here is whether we can reclaim 175 and close above that line. I'll get really excited if we do, since I am long. And if we see the 1 hour VRVP, heavy volumes concentrated right now about 175, you see it right here. And that's the battleground. This is where we're going to find out if it's going to take off or if things are going to go and blow back down to about 150, 155. In the bottom left, this is my 15-minute chart. And I just take a look at the last few weeks, like maybe a month tops. Again, if you look at the VRVP, see where the fattest bars are, right where we're at, right? That's the point of control. So let me move this over a little bit. You see, these are the fattest bars. Great. Price is sitting right on it. This tells me like there is two-sided interest. One side is not dominating just yet, but that is really what a good support zone looks like. Not just a line on an actual chart, but actual volume behind it. On the bottom right is really like, okay, like this is where, if I want to see how the stock is doing right now, this is where it's doing. It's at 173.77. To close out this section and close out the video, we really want to see all the time frames. Actually, let me go back here. All the time frames, 1, 2, 3, and then this one, I guess, is the same. All 3 time frames, the story's the same. Like, it all lined up. It's like, cool, we're sitting on high volume support zone on the daily. Cool. Short-term momentum is still bearish, but stabilizing. Awesome. The VRVP confirms there's real buying interest at this price. Cool. And my risk is clearly defined. I said 166. So you'll see, like, I just set an alert. There's no magic box, but that's really where I'm going to take a look at it. And so that's where we're going to bring this home. But guess what? What I did this morning was I saw that things were being supported here. Things bottom out. So I got in. Let me double check the price that I got in. I got in at 172.61. Here's that proof. So I got in about right here when I started seeing this green candle right here. I got in 172.61. Proof is in the pudding. Eventually, when I close out the trade, will be in K info. But that's it for now. Like, that's how these videos will go. I will tell you what the trade setup is, what I found, and when I got in. And then there will be some video in the future, maybe in a day, maybe in 3 days, maybe in 3 weeks, where we will close out this trade. Thank you, everybody, for my first video, I'm sure, and I'm positive it'll be the worst video I ever make, and hopefully I make more because this was super fun. Thanks, everyone.